I was born and raised in the Catholic Church in Minnesota, and my life up until that point, I went through First Communion and First Reconciliation and did all the sacraments. And at 6th grade is when I went to my first Christian concert, and they had an altar call there, and so I walked up front and prayed the prayer and accepted Jesus into my heart. But it wasn't until I was 22 that the Lord struck my heart and I understood the depravity of my sin. And it was at that point, through weeping and tears, that I finally understood what a relationship with the Lord looked like.
I grew up in the church and was the kid who could feed you Sunday school answers. It wasn't until I was a senior in high school and went on a trip to South Africa that my heart actually changed. That's when I feel like God actually changed me. I saw kids who had no family, and they had a joy that was deeper and more real than anything I'd ever experienced. And they didn't have all the head knowledge I had, but there was something different. And I think that's where God flipped the switch and changed my heart.
I was introduced to ECBC through campus outreach. And then also when Nathan and I started dating, we started attending ECBC together. And we have now been members for August will be 8 years.
The most palpable way that I can see God working right now is through our son, Jonah. He's adopted, and the joy and the intensity of the love that I have for him is something that I had never experienced. And just knowing him and just doing my best to love him and raise him has taught me more about God's love for me than I really thought was possible with regard to parenting.
I think the biggest thing that the Lord has been showing me lately is that he is in the waiting. And so our waiting would be the waiting for adoption, the waiting through our infertility, the waiting through some unexplained health things that I have. And it's through these quiet moments that the Lord has just whispered, I'm here, you just have to trust me. He has just shown me that every step of my life matters, and it matters to him. I'm thankful now for infertility, which I would never thought in a million years I would be able to say. But now we have our precious Jonah, who I cannot imagine not having in this life. And the Lord made a way for us to adopt him. And so I'm thankful for the hard times. I'm thankful for the times where I was just on my knees pleading with him. Our community group gathered around us and showed us what it was like to be held and lifted up by authentic community.
Being a part of the local church is 100% vital to genuine and consistent spiritual growth. If it weren't for people around me within this body, I would have fallen off the cliff into the deep end multiple times. We are called to be a part of the body. We are not called to simply sit and consume, but the local church is designed to be the physical manifestation of God on earth. And so we have a function, and different parts of us have different functions, but one of those is to go out and to go forth into our communities and the rest of the world. And being a part of the ministries at East Cooper has given me the opportunity to do that, and has played a gigantic role in my own sanctification and growth in the Lord.